Delete. Okay, let's finish exploring this cluster or whatever it's called.
Only half our fuel remains.
We'll need half our fuel for the rest of the trip. Evie, you should know that. You're an AI that plots my destinations, actually. The terrestrial world of average-sized contrast atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of calcium. Aside from some spectacular formations of water ice in the poles, the planet has little to recommend it. Why do I like to say that so much? The planet has little to recommend it. I have read that 3 times already. Mahera has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is icy and composed of sodium oxide with deposits of calcium. It contains a few unremarkable metals but mainly consists of rocks. The presence of canyons and floodplains indicate that liquid water once existed, suggesting Tamahera had a thicker insulated atmosphere in the past. No anomaly there. Glendagon is an arid terrestrial, slightly larger than it, but with a lower density that reflects its relative lack of heavier elements. The crust is composed of tin and aluminum, with wide deserts of dust, fine sand that are easily stirred by the wind. Glendagon's most striking feature is the Great Rift Valley that stretches across the southern hemisphere. What is most fascinating about the rift is that it does not appear to be natural. New geological records suggest that it's a result of a glazing blow by a mass accelerator found around an unimaginably destructive power. This occurred some 37 million years ago. I guess this is the people that disabled the Reaper. I remember the Illusive Man saying something like that. That the Great Rift was the cause was caused by a massive weapon that disabled the Reaper, maybe. Pharopto is a typical ice gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in its atmosphere. It has over 100 months, and its extensive ring system composed of pulverized rock, presumably the debris from shattered moons. Alright, let's get out of here. Another star system done. See if we can wrap up more star systems. Still have a few minutes. The clock. Let's try. Let's try to. Hokinita, yeah. That's Ilium. The Ilium cluster. Crescent Nebula. Oh. Alright, I'm guessing we explored this place now. Thail is a typical hydrogen helium gas giant. Its complex system of rings is unstable, dating back only a few million years. They are thought to be the shattered remains of a comet. Okay. Next planet. Shoot. There we go. Naxel is an ammonia methane gas giant. Several smaller energy corporations shut out of the big marketed via gateway system are attempting to develop a local helium-3 fuel mining infrastructure to sell this helium. The lead investor is the human corporation Eldfell Ashland Energy. Their efforts have been hampered by the extra-legal pressure from the H3 cartels. Via system can bring that by the extra-legal pressure the cartel can bring to planets and dry volcanism. Bare Galley's crust is too rigid for plate tectonics to function, and the planet will go through cycles in which the pressure builds to a massive supervolcanic eruption. This spew ejecta over thousands of kilometers leave caldera 100 kilometers across and spew enough molten material to repave entire continents. The last such event was 812,000 years ago. The current rate of outgassing from volcanic hotspots suggests another will occur within the next 10 millennia. Okay, let's go to the next one. Panolus, a very typical Venusian hotel. Panolus seems almost tame compared to the violent volcanic outburst of inner-world Bering Valley. In contrast, Panolus is nearly inert, with no active volcanoes or plate tectonics. The most dramatic event in the last million years was the foundering of the Asari aerostat research platform Albiusic in 2092, which fell after being hauled by an improbably unlucky meteor. Most of the crew successfully reached escape capsules, but 6 were lost. The crushed wreck of the platform now lies in the Cryosite plain in the southern hemisphere. And this is the next cluster or system, I guess they are called. Let's go to the one farthest away. Farthest away. Alright, only 3 planets. Maybe some of them will be unremarkable and with nothing to recommend them. Farthest from the dim red dwarf Andres the Maesooth ice dwarf has attracted no interest beyond the cursory flyby of an automated probe in 1874. No significant resources were noted. Well, no anomalies detected as well. Seismini, cold, dim, and shrouded by a methane ammonia atmosphere, Seismini has nevertheless attracted the loom by Asari mining concerns that service military industries. There are significant loads of malleable-like metals present, including titanium and lithium. Titanium is the primary material used in the max accelerator slugs, and lithium is used in military-grade droplet heat radiators used aboard warships. Yeah, I remember reading that. They are used for heat sinks. A Caira, though nearly the size of Earth, a Caira only contains 28% of its mass. It has a trace atmosphere of neon and molecular nitrogen, but the predominant carbon dioxide has long since frozen and fallen to the surface as frost. While a Caira has a core of heavy metals, the bulk of the planet's volume consists of water ice. Several unique forms of long-chain carbon molecules have been recovered on the surface, pushed up from beneath the ice by cryovolcanic processes. Acaera has a large rocky moon, compositionally similar to Luna. I wonder why Spanish, I don't know if Sol and Luna are the names in other languages, but in Spanish that's how we call the sun and the moon, obviously. I wonder why we won that war, or that naming war. On the other hand, Earth is not called Tierra, which something strange. Uh, Common methane ammonia gas giant, Segui is best known for the infamous Calthor camp established in the ice moon of Gessis. Calthor was a Wilson's hostile environment training facility run by a cadre of former Batarian Special Intervention Unit operations. In 2168, a cluster-wide scandal broke out when it was revealed that the mortality rate of the recruits sent to the camp might be as high as 18%. Well, it's a hazardous training. People die when there are hazards. The investigation by Azari authorities based on Ilium uncovered a group of graves around the facility containing the remains of several hundred recruits dating back 2 decades. The camp was immediately closed. The remains sent back to their worlds of origin. An inquest by the Wusans found that Batarian commandos had used harsh training methods, but these were consistent when their own training to join the SIU. The Batarians were exonerated. Through Cal Thor was shut down, and they were reassigned to other units. As the Crescent Nebula is beyond the sphere of Council law, no civil charges was filed against the Blue Suns. Yeah, I guess that was the case. They were not just bad
Anomaly
people,
detected.
and nobody detected. Uh, okay, I think we will stop here then with this anomaly in Tarith. Let me land and we shall end the cast there. Tarith is a worldly airlike with a fatal flaw. It has relatively high amount of chlorine in its atmosphere, the reason for the greenish haze that becomes apparent when looking at the horizon. The chlorine has become a vital component of Tarith's plant's life. As a defense mechanism against native herbivores, many species evolved toilets to release clouds of toxic chlorine when disturbed. This gas is heavier than the atmospheric oxygen and tends to settle in low places. While avoidable, this has placed it near the bottom of the list for colonization. There are intermittent signals originating from the heart of a large chlorine swamp. They appear to be coded, though it is not impossible that they are garbled distress signals from a downed civilian ship. Alright.
Launching probe.
The are angry for battle. Not that will change which people I will bring. Remnants can indicate a high-power communications relay on the planet. Communications match known blood pack, mercenary protocols, a concentration of program porter signals are masked inside what appears to be a mining operation. Life sign detected. Unknown species advise caution. Well, we can kill anything that moves. That's fairly clear to me. As long as we're not in the fucking hammerhead. Yeah, the person that designed the hammerhead did a nice job in some ways and really poor job in others. Madok Loctus Phalanx, Madok Scissor, Madok Geth, alright. I know what life form is that.
The fog on the planet's surface is interfering with your navigation. The nearby beacon towers may serve as a navigational contingency.
I know what species is that. Did the queen betray me? Oh, you queen. Why did you do it? I trusted you. I put my heart out. Faced my own friends to shelter you from certain annihilation and extinction. And you repay me by invading this fucking place. But not that anyone is using it. But well, that will be all for today. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.